everybody, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Here we are, week 3 in getting our motivation back. We've been talking for the past couple weeks. If you've missed it, go on back and catch up on videos 1 and 2. But we've been talking about how the events of the world can really affect how we feel, what our motivation is, and how we move forward. Or don't move forward, actually. That's what happens. We let ourselves get crushed by the events outside of us because of how we think about them. So we're practicing new thoughts, ways to change our emotions because we have control over our thinking. So what's the one we're going to practice this week? And this is basic, but really important. I think sometimes we have all these questions in our minds, and I want to encourage you on this one. If you find yourself spinning around with questions, I don't know how, I'm not sure, that sort of thinking, ask your mind to solve the question. Okay? But here's the thought that I want you to practice that will help you decide that you can answer your questions. The thought is, I'm capable of figuring this out. I'm capable of figuring this out. If you believe that you can figure out whatever you need to figure out, maybe you haven't figured it out yet, but you can, your brain is going to look for evidence that that's true. You don't have to have the answer yet. You don't have to have the solution. What you do have to have is a belief that you can figure it out. So that when the problem is sitting in front of you and your brain says, but I can figure this out, I'm capable of figuring this out, your brain goes, oh yeah, so, well, we could do this, we could do that, maybe we could do that. Oh, you know what, I remember this, or I heard that. Oh yeah, there's this website that I was looking at, and your brain starts to offer you solutions. But you have to believe that you're capable of figuring it out, and then your brain goes to work for you. If you ask yourself questions and you don't believe you can answer them, your brain keeps offering the question over and over and over. It's looking for an answer. So when your brain says, well, I'm just not sure if I can, you need to answer that. You need to tell your brain, yes, we can. I can figure this out. I'm capable of figuring this out. When your brain says, but I don't know how, the question you want to turn back on your brain is, but if you did know, how would you solve this? How would you go about it? What would the next step be to get the answer? And when you start asking your brain good questions instead of letting it spin in I don't know, I'm not sure, then your brain goes, oh, well, and it starts working for you. And then you start coming up with ideas that you didn't even know you had. But you got to shift the energy and the thought process that your brain has. So it starts with belief though. Okay, so believing I am capable of figuring this out. So for example, I want to lose, this is your hypothetical, I want to lose 20 pounds. And my brain wants to say, I don't know how. I've never done it before. I don't know how. But when you believe I am capable of figuring this out, your brain says, oh, well, maybe I could try this. Well, maybe I could do this. I was thinking about, this might work. You know what worked in the past? And your brain starts to offer you solutions. Now you get to choose which ones you want to pursue. But it's a very different space than I don't know how I'm going to lose 20 pounds. You remind yourself, I'm capable of figuring this out. So take that thought, remind yourself when you feel like you're spinning in that indecision space and you're not going anywhere, go back. I'm capable of figuring this out. I love Marie Forleo, who always says, and she wrote the book, everything is figure-outable. I know that's not a word. Okay. But the thought makes a lot of sense to me. Because the reason why we fail at things is because we stop trying. Not because it's impossible. You see people and evidence of success everywhere. People who've lost all the weight, who've maintained their weight loss. I'm one of them. It can be done, but you have to figure out your path. But if you believe you're capable, you will not quit until you succeed. And then you can work on something else. So thank you for being here today. Again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and turn on your little alert so you get alerts when the videos come out. And give me a thumbs up if you like it so other people will find the channel. I'm so glad you're here, and I'll see you next week for our next thought. Bye.